Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know
I
y'all
think we
missed us.
I think we back.
Yeah, we back. We definitely back, and
I think we back, man. We're back.
it's a good welcome back. I'm happy to be back on the air. Happy to be back to talk and just congregate with my peoples. You know, we gonna start off the show as always saying thank God, thanks to the Most High for allowing us to do this. Um, First and foremost, before we get this started, let's want to wish you a happy birthday. You know, you got about an hour and 25 minutes left
I
before
do. I
your
do.
birthday. So
Yeah.
welcome to the
524.
club.
Yeah,
Welcome to
five.
the club.
Yeah, man. I'm one more trip around the sun.
That's right. Happy New Earth rotation.
Mm-hmm.
And a good way to start it out is to do this right here and do it for the people. Give to the people and they'll give back to us.
First and
So
foremost, we did not say this is the LXG podcast. And we're back, mother bluckers.
but they
Mother
already knew.
bluckers.
Yeah,
Nah.
mother
I gotta tell them it's the LXG podcast.
motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like
Oh.
that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Yo. Oh.
Yeah, I mean.
I thought we were keeping the PG for the first half and then we go into the curses, but fuck it, Shit.
He said fuck it.
Nah, it's all good.
Yeah,
So, bro,
yeah,
what's
yeah.
going on? What's going on? We got a lot to talk about. It's been 2 weeks that we haven't been on the air doing this LXG thing. There's a lot of things that's going on. Top of the top thing I want to talk about is Drizzy Drake, the
Yeah,
Iceman.
yeah. Facts. Facts. He dropped 3 albums simultaneously, all at the same
Yeah,
time. Got himself out his contract.
with
Uh
UMG.
three different sounds. A collective of music, which is getting a lot of hate, a lot of mixed reviews.
It's up and
But
down though. Some
I
people, I
I
see people
personally,
loving it.
yeah,
And some
that's why I
people
said a
not.
lot of mixed
Yeah.
reviews, a lot of mixed reviews.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
personally, I think that they're 3 sound albums. I like each album for what they are.
Mm-hmm.
I may push towards one more
More.
than the other, but
Mm-hmm.
collectively, I like all 3 of them. I don't think none of them are trash. But I'm definitely rocking out with Iceman
Yeah.
as my favorite out of the 3. Out of the
Yeah.
trio, Iceman is definitely my favorite. I
I
feel
agree with
like
that.
Iceman may have maybe 3 skips on
Skips.
it. Yeah, 3
I agree.
skips.
I agree.
Um,
I agree.
which is good out of 18 tracks, 3 out of 18. That's a great ratio.
That's a fact.
And like I think that this was a power move. I think this was a good chess play. I think that he thought this out, he thought this through, and what the game was missing is back. I think he came out at the perfect time, beginning of the summer. And I think that, you know, all the people that are saying negative things pertaining to the album, that it's just Drake hate. I think it's Drake hate because
I agree.
these are sound albums. And I mean, unless you're listening for the underground raunchy hardcore, I mean, I could totally understand it. But if you listen for that good music that you can just jump in your whip, feel good, play that, you know, play any one of the 3 albums, and you know, just have that nice ride along music. Or if you go to the club or you go to a lounge or something and you want to hear something that's going to turn it up, this is it. This is it
No,
right
no,
here. This is it right
I
here.
agree. I agree. I agree. I think that the vibe is back. Like there was a void, a big
Yeah.
void that was
Mhm.
missing. And listen, everybody's gonna like compare him to Kendrick, and they're gonna talk about, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. I was paying attention to just the vibe of hip hop. Like there was something missing, and it was Drake. And at the end of the day, like it or not, he just fed us three-course meal, a three-course meal that we were hungry for. And I believe that he's gonna have number one, number two, and number three slot like on the top 100,
Yeah,
or top 200, whatever they call it. It's gonna be on the Billboard for 1, 2, and 3 album, and this has never been done before. Somebody dropping 3 albums at one time. I remember back in the day when DMX dropped 2 albums in 1 year, people were going crazy. This guy
yeah,
Drake dropped 3 1 time, get himself out his deal, and for me, the albums are is dope. I don't want to overstate it, but it's I like all of them. My favorite, like just like you, I like Iceman. And my second one is Maid of Honor. Maid of Honor is he has some slaps on there too, bro. I really
yeah,
feel like he put it down. Her BT was dope too, but I could see where he's doing it for the ladies. And yo, Drake, he understands what I believe he understands what the YNs want. He understands what the baddies want. He understands what the club needs. And he was right on point with this one. A lot of people are saying that some of his bars was subpar. I don't believe so. I think that he was barred up on Iceman. Like one of my favorite bars is the one where he got at Rick Ross. He was
yeah,
saying, "I was Aiden Ross before Aiden Ross had streams." That was
yeah.
a dope bar. Good wordplay on that one, yo. Shout
Listen,
out to Drake.
this is one of them things where you know you can do something and out of 100 have 99 of the questions correct, and you get one of the answers wrong, and everybody goes to point at that one that you got wrong. This is exactly what this is right here. Everybody's looking for something negative to speak about, and they're dwelling on that versus giving him his flowers and speaking on the achievements. And like you said, dropping three at a time has that's never been done. He is not nothing. This is the same wordplay he's been saying or giving us from day one. So if
That's a
this
fact.
if this is subpar wordplay, he's been giving us subpar wordplay from day one.
And that's
And
the
that's
truth.
not the case. That's not the case. This is just a Drake hate, and I wholeheartedly believe that as these songs and these albums um, get get the play that they deserve to get played, and as people continue to listen to them over and over, and it resonates with people, that a lot of minds will be changed.
It's a fact.
Um, I believe that a lot of people are gonna backwalk a lot of things that they're saying pertaining to this album. I've listened to certain tracks that when I first heard them, I was kind of confused, and then I listened to it again in the truck over maybe 2 3 times, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, this is it. You know what I mean? Not to
Yeah,
say that
yeah,
the
yeah,
first time that it was bad, but it's like
yeah.
you can't listen to an album one time and get the full feeling, the gist of everything. you
That's the
gotta
fact.
you gotta listen to it more than once to really like understand and hear all the words, and not just skim through and go over what he's saying. You gotta understand, and I'm not saying that with just Drake's album. I'm talking about in all albums altogether. I usually give it like 2 or 3 runs before I could actually pick it apart and understand what they're saying. So with that being said, I've listened to all 3 albums. I've listened to Iceman more than the other two, but
Yeah,
I've listened to the other two. The only one that I really have to give a little more, somewhat spins is Habibsi. And even though I haven't given it as much spins as the others, I still resonate with a lot of the songs. And like I said, everything is not for everybody. Like Iceman, you could tell that he has a certain a certain set of songs for a certain demographic on that. Habibti he has for a certain crowd and group, and I think he's like you said, he's feeding everybody. He's giving everybody what they want, so people could
Mhm.
pick and choose. Like, yeah, I
Right.
like this, but I like this because like it might be in a different order. It might be people may say, yo, I like Habibti first,
Yeah.
I like Maid of Honor second, and I like Iceman third. Like it just
Correct.
depends on the person, and I think that this was a dope chess move. I think that he's cornered the market with this play that he's done. And moving forward, like everybody like Ross and everybody that's talking all that nonsense, they got to step it up. They got to step their level up because at the end of the day, all that foolishness they talk about, like, yeah, it's trash and we lost an hour of life listening to it and all this trash that
It's
these cats
nonsense.
is
It's
talking
nonsense.
is
It's nonsense.
nonsense. And
It's
they
nonsense.
know, and the thing is, they know that because of this that they have to step it up. Ross
Facts.
album is coming out right now, and he better come with a different type of move or a different type of flex because with all the trash that he's talking, with all the shit that he's talking, he better come 100% on
No,
everything.
it's a fact.
You
It's
know
a
what I mean?
fact.
Not
Listen,
to
listen.
mention that most of his hits, a lot of his hits
It's tied.
that
It's
he
tied
came
to
is
Drake.
tied to Drake. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's tied. If you remove Drake, the songs that he has with Drake from his catalog, I'm not gonna say that he doesn't have hits, but it's not the hits that put him where he's at right now. Besides like hustling, like when he
Listen.
first dropped and stuff like that. Like, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, I'm not a star. Like he got joints, but like his joints that when he does a concert and everybody's going crazy, and if he was to bring Drake out as a special guest, is gonna make it go
Yeah.
over and flow over.
Facts.
Without those, you know what I mean? It's not nothing.
Look,
You know what I
look,
mean? I
look.
think that he's
Drake.
yeah,
Drake is the cheat code, bro. He has always been the cheat code. He's multifaceted. He can do, he can sing, he can rap, he can do the whole patois thing. I've seen him when he did the Spanish vibe when he did that with Bad Bunny. Like
yeah,
this dude is like he is very talented. So it's like he is a hit maker. They go to him for hits like Ross, he is he can rap, and I'm not taking that away from him. I mess with Ross's lyrics, but when it comes to the whole spectrum, Drake checks the box on every level, and it's
yeah,
like that people pretend like they don't understand how far Drake came to where he is now. Like they're judging him post the battle, but Drake has always been consistent, and he's always been dropping these albums like nonstop. He's always been doing collabs with people. He's always been like the in the top echelon of rappers. People are putting out albums now that can't even be a quarter of what Drake is putting out. So if people are saying these are bad albums, what are the albums that are out there that are better? You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
That's a
Like
fact.
real talk. I,
Like before this whole rap battle thing, like personally, and I'm a part of this. I've never heard no one jump in the V, and I'm not from LA, but I've never heard no one jump in the car and be like, "Yo, put that Kendrick on." You know what I mean? Just like us was the one that you jumped and you threw it on, and
other
that
one,
right
Turn the
there,
TV Off. Turn the TV Off was a big hit too.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, like at the end of the day, like I never got in my like if you check my playlist, I don't even have, and this is not no Kendrick hate. I'm just talking about
So you wasn't bumping
hits.
Luther with him and SZA, Luther?
But really and truly, I wasn't pumping it because of pause. I was not pumping it, playing it. I wasn't playing it because of Kendrick. I like the vibe and I like SZA. You know what I mean? I'm not taking away from Kendrick. Kendrick is a dope lyricist.
Yes.
But I'm just trying to, in comparison, like this battle is what I believe this battle leveled him up as far as
Yeah,
the
and
industry.
he'll
Huh?
always be tied to Drake.
Yeah,
He'll
because of
always
it.
be because of this. Like he will
Yeah,
always be tied to Drake. He's got those 5 Grammys because of Drake, because he went at Drake. It's like he kind of attached himself to the the upwards rocket that Drake is, and he's now
Yeah,
like he's getting like the accolades because he went after Drake.
that's a fact.
It's one of those things that you look at Kendrick, and yes, Kendrick is a lyricist.
Yeah,
Honestly, on Chains and Whips on the Clips album, that's my
yeah,
favorite verse from Kendrick in
yeah,
a long time. Like not nothing on GNX. Like that verse was one of the dopest verse. I play that. I do play that. When I play Chains and Whips in my whip driving, I'm like singing along with Kendrick. He was like the
yeah,
two-time Gemini. I'm like, yo, that shit is hard. Like how he was
yeah,
going in. And
yeah,
I give him his props. I've always said that Kendrick is a dope lyricist. But there's a point where that stops, and then there's more talent that Drake can bring. Because Drake
yeah,
can do the bar thing, but then he could sing. And then he knows the melodies. He knows how to give us that catchy shit. Like Janice
yeah.
is a hit.
Fire. That's a hit.
It's a hit. That's a
Janice is. I
hit.
told you Janice was like my top
Yeah,
one
he did.
besides Make 'Em Pay, but Janice
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
was one of them ones that was like, yo, yeah,
yeah.
this is it right here. When I first put on the album, I couldn't even get past Janice when I was listening to it. I kept on rewinding it. I was like, nah, I gotta give the rest of the album a chance. That was definitely one of them things I wanted to put into perspective. Drake is Drake. Drake is always gonna be Drake, no matter what. Um he is the top of the top right now. Besides Jay, me wanting to go to Jay concerts and go see Jay, he would probably be the second artist that I would really look forward to going and seeing. Um, yeah, the Drake hate train is crazy.
Yeah.
I believe
And
that people need to call it what it is, and instead of being a follower, be a leader, because I believe that everybody's following one another and just wanting to hate just because they want to hate. That's just my personal opinion on
I
this
just
situation.
I did a quick little chat GPT search to ask how much did he sell, because I saw the numbers. Iceman did around 480K to 520K. Between those numbers, that's what Iceman did. Maid of Honor is at 115K to 145K, and Habiti is K to 130K. So altogether combined, he's like streaming at like, or selling whatever, because you know they bunch into streaming as selling
Yeah, yeah,
albums
yeah,
and all of that. It's between 705K and 785K. So he's in that upper echelon of, you know, the
yeah,
Taylor Swifts and all of that stuff. He's up there. And honestly speaking, what he said on the album too is like 100 million streams just disappeared and nobody got nothing to say.
yeah,
It's the truth. It's like Drake is putting up those real numbers on the board, and we could tell now because he's with, he just gave his last 3 to UMG, but now we're gonna see who really can stay relevant or not, because he doesn't
yeah.
have that machine behind him. And
Exactly.
the rumor out there is that he's gonna probably sell his catalog and get a $2 billion
Yeah,
deal. I
facts.
don't know. It's a rumor. I don't know how true that
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
but
yeah. A private
yeah, equity.
company,
Yeah,
yeah,
private
had
equity firm.
had,
Yeah.
had reached out. But listen, either way is dope. He deserves it. And like I said, shout out to Drizzy, shout out to Drake, shout out to his music, and regardless of what, I'm gonna continue pumping his music in the vehicle. And I feel like for the summer you're gonna see it. You're gonna see people's words and actions are totally different. I believe that the actions that you're gonna see over the weekend, I mean over the summer, with the vehicles driving by, they're gonna be playing Drake. The clubs you're gonna be hearing nothing but Drake. I feel like this is where it's leading to. And like I said, actions speak louder than words. A lot of people are saying that they're not rocking with it, but I believe that their action is gonna show different.
It's a fact.
100%.
It's a fact. Like you said, it's just the top of the summer. We're gonna see it rock out, and I'm pretty sure we know where it's gonna go. Drake, Drake being Drake, he gonna give us some more stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not the end. You know?
And
Shout
this
out to
tour that he probably gonna do a tour too, which would be
yeah,
absolutely insane to do a
yeah,
tour with 3 albums. That's
yeah,
unheard of. Also, that's gonna
yeah.
be something that's never been done as well.
That's a
Um,
fact.
while we on top of speaking of greatness, I want to speak on the New York Knicks and them actually doing their thing, and they're leading towards going to the finals for the chip. And
So they just
they
won.
won. Yeah, they won.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
they won. It's 3-0 right now against the Cavs. The next game, if they win, it's a sweep. They
It's a
just
sweep.
swept the last team, and if they win the next game, is which is on Monday, it's going to be another sweep, and they go into the finals for the chip. They go in for the championship. Um, Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to New York. This is something that we haven't seen before
In a while.
since before we were born. This is something
Well,
that
well, we haven't seen them win, but we seen it when they went to the finals when
yeah,
when
yeah, but
Hugh and
yeah, what I'm saying,
yeah,
yeah, we haven't
yeah,
seen them win a chip.
right,
Actually, I
right,
mean, not we. I can't say since before. They have not won a chip since before we were born, and
correct.
this will be a tremendous and an amazing achievement for this team. They're playing at the top of the top. They're playing like the best of the best. They're rocking out every night. They're winning these games by double digits. And I just want to say, as a Brooklynite, as a New Yorker, um, shout out to the Knicks because they deserve it. If anybody deserves it, they definitely deserve it. They're working hard. They're putting everything that they got into every game that they play, and I wish them the best. And I hope, and I really hope that they really make it and take the chip because they deserve it. You know, I mean, I just wanted to touch on
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
know that's why.
I just did a Google on that, and the last time they won was 1973.
Yeah,
Yeah,
1973.
yeah,
Facts.
and they defeated the Lakers.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's
So,
crazy.
yeah, and it looks like they're going to be going against the Spurs or OKC, but time will tell. Whichever one they go against, it's going to be a good matchup. Um, and like I just say, good luck to all the teams, but I want the Knicks to take this chip.
Of course, of course. I want to say one thing before we move forward. I want to say R.I.P. to Rob Bass. Rob Bass
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
passed
yeah,
away,
yeah, yeah. He was
and
battling a private cancer. He had cancer
yeah,
and he
yeah.
was battling it privately.
Rob
It
Bass was
takes two to make a
it
things
was
go
it takes
right.
two.
Yeah,
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 that was
yeah,
that
yeah,
song. I think
yeah,
that was one of the first songs that I knew like practically the words to sing
yeah,
along. You
yeah,
know, I remember us cutting school and going to
yeah.
Sordia House, and then that
Oh
song
yeah,
would come on,
yeah.
and we would be like
Facts, facts,
singing
facts.
along to that. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
that's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
back in the
yeah,
days, man. Yeah, shout out to Rob Bates. I think he's 59. They said I think he
yeah,
was
yeah.
59.
59. Yeah,
Yeah,
59.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, R.I.P. to Rob Bass, another hip hop pioneer, somebody that
Yes.
was a part of our childhood, and yeah, rest in peace to that man.
Yeah, he was a good. He was.
Heartfelt.
I mean, he had one. It was like really a one hit wonder, but that one hit, like
We
when we
was a
used to
hit.
go to
It was a
Empire
hit.
Skating Ring, we used to hear.
Yeah,
That was the vibe, bro. It was the vibe.
facts.
While
This is a
while
fact.
we're talking about greats,
Yeah.
we got to talk about your man Max B talking about Big
Oh
Daddy Kane.
man, this guy is yeah. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, he knows what the algorithm is. He knew what it would do as far as keeping his name in the conversation with everything that he has going on. Delirious is an understatement on that vibe. For him to say that, yeah, for him to say that he after Biggie, J, and Nas, like you could put me anywhere, like up there, like
I mean, look,
that's I mean, listen, that's a reach. I know you're supposed to
the,
think you're the best. Like
yeah,
if you're a race car driver, if you're a basketball player, if you're a football player, if you play cricket, like whatever you do, you're supposed to think that you're the best at whatever you do. And I get it. But some things you got to keep to yourself. You don't voice everything. Like he's wilding for
You
that.
see the thing, the way it started. I don't know if you saw the full clip of what he said that day when he was on the Gillian Wallow podcast, $1 Million a Game podcast, I should say.
Yeah.
Basically, they were talking about people who are relevant that's still out there moving around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wallow had alluded to there are still greats that's moving around, and when he said it, this guy Max B was like, "Who are you talking about, Kane?" He was like, "Who, Big Daddy Kane?" He was like, "He wasn't even on the kiosk when I was in jail," and it was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, I understand where you coming from, but you still gotta give respect where respect is due." Big Daddy Kane is the man. He's still barred up. I know he just recently
Yeah.
doing this whole thing. He threw out like a little like a little freestyle, and it was pretty
I
cool.
I
And
heard it,
he,
but
yeah,
what they were saying, I don't know because they said that that was something that was older and they just brought it back out. That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is, but I did hear the freestyle that you talking about. And
yeah,
when I heard it, I was like, "Yo, this is dope!" Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Especially for his
For yeah,
demographic
his
to be
exactly
now for him
right.
being the back in the day old school rapper to now being in 2026. I said, this is fire.
Yeah, yeah.
um but then when I started to like go deeper and read into the comments and
Comments.
stuff like that, they was like, oh, this is something for older, they brought it back or whatever. But either or,
Uh,
whether it was older and they brought it back or whether it's brand new, is still dope. And it really still shows that, like
yeah,
you said, he's barred up.
yeah,
He tried to make fun of him, like clown him for having
yeah,
that picture.
yeah,
But like at the end of the day, like like they said, they got pictures of Pac in the tub. You know what I mean? In that picture,
yeah,
yeah. And this is the person that you trying to mimic yourself after. You know what I mean? Bigavelli, like Machiavelli, you
yeah,
trying to mimic
yeah.
yourself after this person, and he has a picture that's almost in the same range as that. So like,
Listen. You gotta respect the great. You gotta respect your elders. You gotta respect the greats. They
you gotta
paved the
respect
way.
the
Without
pioneers.
yeah, without Kane, we probably would have never really got Jay-Z because
We
Jay-Z
wouldn't we
was on.
wouldn't have a
Yeah,
Max B without
yeah.
Kane. Like he needs to understand
For
that.
yeah, yeah. So respect to Big Daddy Kane. Like I told you, I had the pleasure of meeting Big Daddy Kane at Source Life Radio. He came through.
Yeah.
He's a really dope dude. He's I feel like he's still fly in his old age. He still got that Brooklyn swag. Yo, he's a legend, and people, these rappers gotta respect the legends. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who they are, they were out before doing it. Max B, yeah, you know the paint on the wall is drying right now for you. You got one hit, bro. Let's see what you do with that. You know, Kane got a whole arsenal of of slaps. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man. So what else we got, bro? Yeah, ain't that
Um, we got some politics, man, that I really don't, but it's kind of hard to stay away from the politics. I'm not going to spend too long on this, but your man, bro, your man Trump, with the
oh man.
redistrict, yeah, he redistricting the house maps. And
Yeah, I remember you
it's
told me about that.
basically because they know that they're gonna lose, and they want to redistrict to break up the Democrats and the Republicans. And actually, the Republicans will gain like 17 more street seats, while the Dems are only gonna gain 6. And what they're doing, like they're doing this in like a majority black filled neighborhoods to like break up the structure there, where they won't have the upper hand per se. Um, all of these things is because they are scared with what's going on, and with them having a whole house, the whole Republicans, and him being able to do whatever he wants, which is still like most of it is illegal because he's just doing whatever he wants. um they are doing these things and no one is there to check him. This is what is so baffling to me, is that no one is checking this man. Like, he's doing whatever he wants with whatever he wants or however he wants. Even with the fact that he's opening this fund, the Trump Vance administration, to distribute taxpayer money, like $1.6 billion, to go to, like, it's supposed to go to anyone that feels that they was hurt or
Oh yeah,
discriminated against by the government or whatever.
yeah.
But
And
realistically, it's
the
supposed to be
January,
going to
the
January
gen
6th. Yeah,
people are gonna get, yeah. That's, yeah. I heard
they're
that.
gonna get paid. Like,
Yeah,
forget the fact that our people, black people, haven't been given any type of reparations for what we had to indulge, or our ancestors had to indulge, right? These people ransacked the Capitol, right? Attacked police officers, attacked all type of personnel, and they are going to be, in fact, rewarded for it, is insane. And the fact that it's coming out of our money, taxpayers' money, us that,
crazy
I wake up 4 in the morning, you wake up 4 in the morning, and we got to go to work and
facts.
bust our chops for 40 plus hours a week. And the money that they're taking, the 30-40% of taxes that they're taking out of our checks, is going to be going to pay for people that went and tore up and destroyed
The
and
capital.
attacked the Capitol. Is
Yeah,
totally insane. And the fact that it's even able to be done is in 2026 is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy.
it shows how hopeless, how vulnerable we are to like people taking over the government and pushing narratives that we can't really like fix overnight. You know, like it's he's entrenched in the government to a point where his claws are sunk into it so deep where he has people in different areas of the government that are just yes man, that just do
They're
whatever he
afraid.
says.
They're
Yeah,
afraid. That's what the thing.
yeah.
They're afraid of the
It is,
repercussions that's
it
gonna
is Game of
happen.
Thrones. It's Game of
Yeah,
Thrones. It's
it
Game of
is.
Thrones. It's Game of
Lancaster.
Thrones. Yeah,
Like,
for
is
real,
absolutely
for real.
insane. And
Yeah,
I just had to touch on that. Like I said, I don't want to stay too long on that situation, but like, at this point, you just don't even know what to do, because
no,
like
that's a
every
fact.
other day it's something and something else. Like, to the point, like, even like they opened up the Strait of
Hormuz, the
yeah,
Strait of Hormuz. Yeah,
and the gas prices still haven't went down. Like, it it just shows like
I think they said
how,
that it won't go down till next year, something
yeah,
like
they
that. They
saying
put
another
it.
year, but it just
Yeah,
shows how crippling it is to people, hardworking people in America. We're supposed to be the best country in
supposed
the
to be.
world. And
Yeah, that's what
the
they tell
things
us.
that we have to be involved in, and the things that we have to endure out here being the so-called best country, is totally
Crazy.
insane. Like, for the average person that works a regular job, a regular 9 to 5, forget the cost of living, because like in Brooklyn and the 5 boroughs per se, like the median to live and have a decent apartment, if you're trying to get a new place right now, the rent is like $3,000 for a 2 bedroom, which is insane. But on top of that, now you have to pay $5 per gallon. I mean, and I'm talking about premium. You got to pay like over $5 per gallon. I know for regular it's like $4 and something, but still, that's still crazy, coming from
Still,
like
it's still $5
$3,
to me. It's still $5 to me.
coming from coming from like $3 and change, to the jump of $5, and some places $5.50, $5.49 per
Mhm.
gallon, is insane, and is totally insane. And if you don't have the mindset of how to manage your money right, and how to financially be stable and intelligent with your money, you're gonna drown. Like, this is like basis for people to drown. Like you have to really know what you're doing in this day and age, because the cost of living, along with everything else that we have to include and put into our day to day, is overwhelming. It's
No, it
overwhelming.
is. It is. It is. It is. It
Yeah,
starts. It's a the trickle down effect. You start to feel it. You know, after a while, you're like, wow. You know, you start looking at your subscriptions. You start looking at
yeah,
every else thing as you paying. And it's like,
absolutely.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like it.
absolutely.
Yeah, bro.
It's the
It's
gas, like
terrible.
even the trains. You
Yeah.
you take the trains, and it wouldn't be an issue if you took the trains and things were different. Like you can go on the trains and it's cleaner. You have air conditioning in the train stations. There's not homeless people on the trains all the time. There's not people fighting and attacking people. There's not panhandlers. Like it would be different if you was paying this extra money and then you was to see like improvements, but you don't see any improvements. And then you have like the mayor and
And
the governor that says things like, it's getting better, but these are people that don't take this public transportation,
right.
so
And
they don't have.
the improvements be incremental improvements that be so minute that
Yeah,
nobody really realized that that was change. It's like, why are y'all focusing on the turnstiles? Like the
yeah, yeah. Like
what do you
who
who,
cares about that? Like you're not making a difference. You're making a visual difference. It looks better. It looks different, but it's not doing anything
it's not
pertaining
fixing
to
it. It's not fixing.
exactly. It's not fixing any problems.
Mhm.
In fact, it's making more problems, because now when the door open, you have more people that's jumping the turnstile. Like so, you're spending the taxpayers' money, and the people that pay for the MTA. I mean, to ride the MTA, you're spending their money on things that we don't need. You don't give the people a voice to say what they want, and when they say what they want, you ignore it. People want to feel safe. People want to know when they go on the trains that they're safe. They want to know that when they go on the train, they're gonna have a seat, and not every other car is gonna be filled with homeless people or with the YNs smoking inside the cars with them. It's crazy how things are. And then just like the gas, it constantly goes up. Like if train rides, and not they probably will, when train ride go up to like $5 each way, people have no option but to pay it if they have to go to work. You
Facts.
understand? Like no matter what, they may not want to, but how are they going to get around? They're making it where it's like impossible, because if you drive, you have to pay a high gas price, plus you got to pay congestion pricing, plus you got to pay to park, right? And then now if you take the train, the way that is moving, it's going to be $5 and $6 in the next 5 to 10 years
Yeah,
per
bro.
ride. So,
Yeah, bro.
what I mean? Like, we need to really get this infrastructure together, and we need to stand up as a people. New Yorkers, we're supposed to be like the strongest people, but I feel like we're the weakest people, man, because we don't stand for nothing. We just allow them to do everything and everything over our heads, and we just turn the other cheek and just have a blind eye to what's going on, and we complain after it's done. We don't do anything to stop it at all.
I mean, us talking about it can like spark somebody to stand up. You know, we got to get more of a community built so we can like do petitions and stuff like that. But it's so slow. We just need somebody that's on our side at the top level to actually push these things through and say, you know, we need somebody that can just that's the inverse of Trump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The person that's like all for us and want to push and doesn't care to get it. Just gonna get everything through. We need
yeah.
somebody like that. I don't know who it is, but
Yeah, we
that's
need
that's
another
what we.
Malcolm X. We need another Dr. Martin Luther King. Like these are people.
Yeah,
These are the people that we had before we were alive, that stood for something. And in 2026, we don't have that no more. It's like non-existent. Nobody's willing to stand up and be that voice. And if there are anybody that are willing to do it, they get cut down, or they get spooked, or they get removed so easily that the next person is afraid to do it because of what they see happen to that person. So,
Facts. That's a
you know,
fact.
just hopefully, things will change. And I just want to touch
Yeah,
on
and
that
that's
too.
what BLM was supposed to be. Like they were supposed to stand up for that type of things, but then they got controversy for buying houses and all that stuff at
Yeah,
the
they
time.
started, yeah, like they
Yeah,
exactly, they took a left turn. They were doing
yeah,
right, and then they took a left turn, and
yeah.
that's crazy.
There was something else I want to talk about too. I don't know what you're gonna talk about
Go
next,
ahead
but
now,
go ahead.
say what you got to say.
Nah, I wanted to touch on. I want to go back to Rick Ross talking his shit about Rory. I mean Maul, Rory and Maul, but
Oh
really
yeah, 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 yeah,
Going at Maul. Like I don't know per se what was going on, but I just heard the aftermath of it. It was something about somebody telling them that they could SMD, and I think it was like I believe it was talking about Drake's album, which he was
yeah,
doing this whole time. And I
yeah,
think Maul said something about it, and then Ross started to talk about calling them dick suckers. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
And at the time, there's this dude on their podcast. I forgot his name. I always forget his name. This new dude that's on the Rory and Maul podcast, real thugged
Okay,
out dude from New York. And
okay.
he was getting at Rick Ross saying, "Oh, you was a correctional officer. You see more dicks than the average
Yeah,
person." He
yeah,
was
yeah,
there,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He was going at him. Then Rick Ross jumped out the window and was going at Maul and Biggs from Rockefeller.
Rockefeller, yeah,
And that shit was crazy, bro. And I, not for nothing, when it happened, I was like, one, Biggs don't do nothing. So why are you
yeah.
involving
Why
Biggs?
you bringing up Biggs? Yeah, because
And two, Biggs is a made man, bro. He's like in the top echelon of all
yeah,
the
yeah, like yeah, he kept it solid. He did his
yeah,
time. He came
yeah,
home and he stayed to himself. He does what he does, but he stays to himself. He rocked with the same people he was rocking with before he went, especially
right,
Hove. And
right. And
he
the thing
he
about
should
it,
he did, huh?
he was one of the pillars of Rockefeller. So it
Of
was
Rockefeller, yeah. So
yeah, so
there was no need for him to bring up his name other than to start some type of controversy and to like
yeah,
make his to get his name in a conversation, because like I said, all of this right here, all of this is a play on his album coming out. You understand? Like,
facts,
and
facts.
the
And he
fact
got
that
I think he got a book or something too. He got
yeah,
a book
but
he's pushing.
the thing about it is this: at your age in your career, at your time right now in the music industry, for you to have to be doing all these antics to get your name out there in order to sell records, to sell your album, that right there proves and shows that you're not on Drake level. And not to bring up
Nice.
Drake again, but that's what it is. Like, for you to have to be doing all of these hooplas and jumping through hoops of fire and
And
mentioning
talking
people's
down
name,
on another
yeah, and
album, just
yeah, to make yourself look, but that's crazy, and that
it's
just shows your character, and that shows that you can't do it on your own. Like, at the end of the day, people that could do it on their own, like Beyonce dropping an album just midnight at just spur of the moment, and it just going crazy. You're not that type of person. You're not built like that. You got to build up the hype and the momentum off of false narratives in order to get people to talk about you, and
crazy.
that's insane. But then to
Yeah,
touch on it, he said what he said, and
yeah.
Hove must have made that call because he
It had
walked
to
all
be
that
Hove.
back. He
Yeah, it had
walked
to
it
be
back.
Hove.
He
And
walked it back immediately.
I knew Hove would say something because
Yeah,
Hove is
of
watching.
course,
He's
of
always
course.
watching.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the way he said it, he was like, "People love you, and the people that love you, I love them." So like, it was Hove, and at the end of
It
the
was
day,
Hove.
he should have known. He should have known better, and maybe
Oh,
he
yeah.
knew and he wanted it to go like that because
That was a
people will talk.
landmine, yo. That was a landmine he stepped
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
for real.
a fact. and that's when people started talking, because Drake said it. You gotta talk to Hove to get an opinion. You know what I mean? And they walked it back and said that Ross must have went and got that opinion. Like, you know what I
Nah, it's
mean?
the truth.
Because
It's the truth.
he had to walk all that back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
And
I mean,
that was some sucker shit though.
Maul is Big's brother, but that has
Yeah,
nothing. Their beef is with Maul, so
yeah,
keep it that way, you know. But then he doubled down later on, and was talking about Maul's mom. I'm like, yo, this guy,
yeah.
what is you bringing mothers in this? Like, what's up with you?
He's a sucker, and he's the way that I'm
He's
saying
turning into
no,
it's like he's like,
he's not a sucker. He's doing sucker shit.
yeah,
You know
he
what I mean?
doing
At the
this.
end of the day, and he's
Yeah,
acting like he doesn't have a past. At the end of the day, 50 exposed him long time ago. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, you out here talking all of this and talking all of that, and you was a CEO, bro. Like, you talk about how much weight you was selling and all this, and none of that can be confirmed. But what can be confirmed is that you used to be a corrections officer. Okay, you never went to jail for bricks. You understand? Like, I can say that I sold bricks tonight. I can go on the mic right now and spit a hot 16 of how many bricks I sold in Brooklyn, and the heroin that I used to keep in the trunk of my car. And this is all fiction. This is all fiction, but I can do it. You understand? But what can't be not told is the truth. And the truth is, you was a corrections officer that got out of corrections, and you made it as a rapper. So let's keep it like that. Let's keep it like that. Like, you know what I mean? Let's live your true life. At this point in your life, live your truth. You know what I mean?
that's the
Don't be
fact.
afraid to be yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You shouldn't have to be somebody else to make it. Be yourself. And if people don't like you for being yourself, then you really not who you think you are.
facts. So I like how you sum that one up. That's a fact. I was very upset at that whole situation. I do watch the Rory and Maul, and I don't watch every or listen to every, but I do catch the clips of them, and
Yeah.
I think Maul is a stand up dude. I don't think that he should, you know, Russ is just like he's crashing out for no reason at all. Yeah, man.
Him and Max B need to do a track together, because they both crashing out, man. Like, they need
Yeah,
to do a duet, like, and
a
yeah,
duet.
yeah, because this is getting insane, right? Like I'm like, living a lie in 2026 is crazy to me. Like, you know what I mean? Saying that you're first, Max saying that he's right under Jay, Biggie, and Nas is totally, like, I don't know. I don't smoke no more. I don't drink. I don't know if he had a combination of some sprayed weed with some new liquor or what. And then this guy Ross forgetting, because I really, like, sometimes I be looking at people and I say, like, you gotta believe the things that you say. So he probably really believes in his mind that because he said this so many times, that he never was a CEO and that he sold bricks. Like, he probably
Yeah, he
really in
started.
his mind,
Yeah,
he believes that he sold bricks. Like, he can feel the bricks on his fingers. Like, you know what I mean? Like this. I think that,
no, it's so true. It's so
yeah,
true.
I'm thinking that's what it is. And at the end of the day, like, sometimes you got to come back to reality. You know what I mean? You got
Yeah,
to come back to reality. Like, you know, make that call and say, yo, Jay, how did those bricks feel? Because I thought I felt them. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta come back to reality and understand what it is that got you to where you are. Because at the end of the day, you know, you still gotta show respect, like, to the OGs, and Rockefeller, Hove, he gave you classics as well. Like, you can't bite the hand that feeds you all the time. Like, at the end of the day, you talking about Drake is whack and this and the third, but you was just on the Drake train the other day. You know what I mean?
hmm
You was just on the
hmm
Drake train the
it's a
other
fact.
day. You know what I
It's
mean?
a
And
fact.
if you could have got a song with Drake right now before your album dropped, you probably would have took it. And you
Yeah,
probably upset that you didn't get a hit, and you decided to come out with all this hoopla. So, you know what I
it's
mean? I
crazy.
don't wish no negative on nobody. You know, I hope his album sells, but I mean, to like I said, to be real and be realistic, I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna sell well. Like, I think that he'll get like Florida sales, um, But for the real that's hearing him and seeing how he's being a negative Nancy, I don't think that it's gonna rock out like that. But yeah, I'm glad that you brought that to the forefront because
Yeah, yeah.
that did skip my memory. And I wasn't happy about that situation either, because at the end of the day, like Biggs, you don't ever hear his name in anything
Anything.
at
Yeah.
all, like, period. Like since he came home, he's been on the straight and narrow, from what I
Mhm.
know, and he's just been doing what
He
he
put
has
out
to do.
artists like Saint John from Saint John is from
Yeah,
Brooklyn,
yeah,
East New York. Yeah, he's low key, bro. He just
yeah.
he handles his business and that's it. But anyways, you ready to do your fashion report?
Fashion statement. Nah, right before that. I mean, this
Fashion
could this
statement.
could be a part of the fashion statement. It's a week late, but it's still current. Um,
Can
Audemars
I
Piguet
give
and
you
Swatch, huh?
any intro though? No intro,
Nah,
no
I
nothing.
mean, you could. As a matter of fact, yeah, throw that in, man. Throw the intro in, man. Throw it in.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the fashion statement. Where drip, and style collide. Right here with Prince Hakeem. Right here on the LXG podcast.
Yeah, so
All
like I
right.
was saying, man, on the fashion statement this week, I mean, I know it's a week late, but it's still current. We all know Audemars Piguet and Swatch Watch had their collaboration. People were sleeping outside for like 7 days, and it caused a whole lot of riots the day of. A lot of the locations got shut down due to concerns of safety, and a lot of people wasted their time and wasn't able to get the watches. A lot of people waited all that time and then they got skipped, and it incited riots and fights. But I just want to say that these are stupid people, bro. I just want to say that these people are stupid, man. They were bragging about how they've been out there hardly using the bathroom, not taking showers, and all of this, and then didn't even get the watch. Like, how dumb could you be? Like, you got to get a life, and you know what I mean. I'm really gonna say it like that. Like, it's 2026. Get a life, bro. Because the reason I'm saying this is because, yes, a couple of people was able to get these watches. They ran around $400, $500, and some of them was able to flip them for like $2,000, which is like
A
four
come
times
up, a
the
come
amount.
up.
It was
Yeah, it's a
definitely
come
a
up.
come up. But you could have been at work. You could have been at work, and you could have had that same come up working and getting money. And the funny part about this is why reading is fundamental. AP and Swatch said that this is not a limited collection or collaboration. They said that these watches, because it's multiple of them, will be available for throughout the year and next year. They said that is not limited, that this was just the first release was going to be in store only, and then they're going to be readily available online. Like, you're going to be able to just click and get them. Click, input your credit card and pay, and they'll come to your house. You didn't have to sleep outside on the street like you was homeless for $1,500. 7 days. Like, just take $1,500 and divide it by 7 days, 24 hours, not 8 hours like a normal person. 24 hours. It's not even worth it. I can't even. I would do the calculations, but just off the top of my head, 24 hours, it's probably rounding up to about $10 an hour. Like, it's not worth it for me. It definitely wasn't worth it for me.
I mean, look, it's the hysteria. It's the hysteria. It's the hype. It's the hype about it. That's why people are doing it. I understand what you're saying. But it's like, this is the new, because you know how, like you always say, Jordans are like sitting on shelves. This is the new hype. People are like going for this. It's like they acting stupid, bro.
Yeah, that's I was gonna say the common denominator is stupidity.
Yeah,
They're
stupidity.
dumb, and I mean, at the end of the day, if they have girlfriends, their girlfriends should have broke up with them for this stupid foolishness that they did. this right here shows that they're dumb, like absolutely stupid. All right, but let's move on to the next thing. Because I'm getting upset talking about it, like, because I can't, like, I couldn't imagine you telling me like, yo, it's Monday, but yo, next Saturday the watch come out, yo, I'm gonna go sleep on 42nd Street. Like, you couldn't be my cousin no more. Like, that would have to end immediately. But today, was it today's Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday.
Today's Saturday. The Jordan and Nigel Sylvester Brick by Bricks, they dropped, and they were like sought after so hard everywhere. A lot of stores got them early, but these right here are contender to be sneaker of the year. This is his second pair of the Jordan 4 Brick by Brick edition. The first was all red suede. This is the second one, and these are like living up to the hype. Super fire.
These look dope.
I've paid resale for most of all of my Nigel sneakers. These are the first ones that I actually was able to hit for retail this morning on the sneakers app. So shout out to Nike and shout out to the sneakers app for actually picking me and allowing me to get them for retail. I was very shocked, and I'm very happy that I have these on the way. Shout out to Nigel Sylvester. He's doing great things. For him to be a BMX rider and have his own sneaker with Jordan brand is absolutely insane and dope at the same time. And the storyline and everything that is about the sneaker and the come up and his whole story is just phenomenal. And he's opening doors. Huh?
You've been with Nike for a minute though. I remember.
Yeah.
Remember since when they did the Fuel Band. I had the Fuel Band back in the days. He was with them from them. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, everything that he's doing right now is just dope. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get none of the apparel. But the apparel is super dope. He has like jerseys, track jackets, pants. I didn't get it. I'll probably pay resale for those, but I'm just happy that I was able to even get the sneakers. So shout out to Nigel Sylvester once again. And these, like I said, are contender for sneaker of the year. And Jordan 4s. Another pair of sneakers that released was the Jordan 12 Bloodlines. These were trash. I'm not gonna lie. These, I mean, for somebody that just wants to get them, they GRs, and I'm not to say that general releases are they're not to say that they're not worth getting, because there are some general releases that are, but this right here, in my opinion, these are gonna sit. These will go on sale, and these will be restocked multiple times. So if you wasn't able to attain them today, trust and believe you will be able to get them. They will be.
That colorway is what? That's black and red.
Black and red, yeah. The Bloodlines. They do have a whole Bloodline colorway for multiple pairs of Jordan number 1s. I believe they have a pair of Bloodline 12s as well. These right here. Oh, I'm bugging. These are 12s. Listen to me. But these to me are. I mean, if somebody gave them to me, I would take it. But personally,
you don't really like all black kicks. You mentioned that with your the black cats.
Black cats. I have the black cat 4s, and but to me they're.
There's moments when this will be dope to wear. You got it. It's not an everyday wear though. If you find that moment to wear this, it'll be dope.
I would wear them when it's raining, because I know that they wouldn't get messed up. Personally,
right.
Yeah, when it starts to rain, I'll throw these on, because I know that it's gonna withstand the rain and that they won't look messed up because of the colorway. But me putting together a dope fit and saying, yeah, where's my Bloodlines? Nah, that's not gonna ever happen.
Where's my Bloodlines? Where's my Bloodlines goes crazy.
And definitely least, I'm gonna say they are least. Jordan 1 khakis. I don't know who is at Jordan right now, Jordan brand, that's picking these sneakers and saying, hey, let's make this colorway and let's put this out, because these are trash. These are another pair of sneakers that were absolute trash.
I don't know. For some reason, I think that they look laid back. Like, they look laid back to me.
Yeah, laid back in the box. I would definitely not be wearing these. These definitely would not be put on and say, hey, let's go somewhere.
Laid back in the box is crazy.
Yeah,
nah, these look like vacation kicks. That's what it look like.
Yeah, you're right. If I'm going to DR and I'm gonna go into ATVs where it's gonna get muddy and dirty, let's throw these on. Let's throw these on right here.
You can't see. Wearing these on like on the resort, just chilling, like
and then leaving them for the locals that live there that can't afford them. Yes, I would leave them in the hotel room for the locals as a gift. I would leave them as a gift. Yeah, these are not. These are not them.
Okay. Okay.
This is not it. And that's the fashion statement for this week right here.
The fashion statement. He said, and leave it for the locals. It's crazy. All right, let me go to this tech report, bro. Hold on.
Yo. It's time for the tech report. On the LXG podcast with DJ Dreamer, where the streets meet the future. Let's get plugged in.
Okay. So the tech report, I got one thing for us this week. Basically, we have what is it? Google. Google is putting out some new glasses right now. The glasses are going to be a collab with Google and Warby Parker, and the glasses is going to have Google Gemini installed on it, and it's going to be on at all times. For what I heard, it's going to be one of those glasses that is going to be able to use the multimodal feature to break down everything it sees. You're going to have Google Maps already installed in it, so it's going to be able to show you directions while you're walking. It's going to help. It's not going to be like the Meta Ray-Ban displays. It's not going to be like that.
I was going to say, it can't show you.
It's going to tell you. It's going to tell you. It's going to tell you in your ear. This is just another thing that another company that's jumping on the bandwagon of what Meta has actually started for a while. You know, they had a head start on this for like the last 3 or 4 years. They've been doing these glasses, and the new Google glasses, they had, when I say Google glasses, it's not, I don't think that's the real name of it, but because Google Glass was something that they had years ago, and Google had, and it didn't have any glass. It had like a little glass, and it was like the same thing. But now it's gonna be able to take photos. You're gonna be able to get calendar reminders, real-time translations. This is a lot what Meta can do, though. So they're just like trying to get inside the marketplace with the glasses to contend against Meta. I think that when it comes out, I do wear Warby Parker glasses. I do like Warby Parker. I got a pair of Warby Parker. These are the glasses that I wear for my vision. I think that company's pretty dope. I like how they do their things. They send you the glasses first to try it on. They send you like a pack of them, and then you try it on, and then you send it back to them. Then they send you the real one. So I like how Warby Parker does it. Maybe the whole experience would be dope, but I don't know. I'm not that hype about it, but I think that it is one of those things that is showing us that other companies are about to jump on this, because that's just signaling to me that if now Google's doing it, then Samsung's going to do it, and of course Apple's going to do it. So once Apple
I heard that. So I mean, and I don't know how true it is, but I heard that Apple is doing it as well. And I heard that in the keynote that we're supposed to be getting for the September drop of the phones, that keynote that we're gonna hear something about the Apple glasses. Like, and I've
Yeah,
heard that from multiple
yeah.
sources.
I heard rumors. Yeah, I heard
But
rumors
what
about
I'm
that
gonna
too.
say is this, and I know this is the tech report, but I'm gonna just say this: I'm meta until Apple comes through.
Until
I'm
Apple comes through.
100% meta
Yeah.
until Apple comes through, and I'm saying it. I'm gonna get the Apple ones because they probably gonna get the ones before the display first, but I'm meta until Apple comes through. I forget everybody
That's a
else
fact. That's a
until
fact.
Apple.
Because when Apple does it, it's gonna go right into the ecosystem.
Yeah.
We're gonna be able to do everything we want. It's probably gonna be way better. Like all the technology is probably gonna be on the phone, and it's just gonna be able to go. It's gonna be probably lighter. You know how Apple does. But the thing that when Apple does it, it has to be dope looking. It has to look fly. That's where they gotta like really show if they could do it, because these Warby Parkers, I'm sorry, these are Wayfarers, and the displays you have, those look fly. They look dope. So they gotta give us something that we're gonna want to wear though. That's the only thing that I think that would stop us from saying we ain't getting them.
Yeah, they need to team up, or they need to steal one of the designers for like these top brand glasses that are out, so that they could come up with something that's not similar to what's already out and innovate something that's brand new, that's super fire in multiple different type of styles, so that people can choose and collectively have that with the intelligence and ecosystem and the iOS of Apple. And once they do that, they'll corner the market. But until they do that, it's going to be team meta for me.
Because they did do that with the watches. They did it with was it
Hermes.
what's that company? Hermes. Thank you. Did it with Hermes, and you had those very high end Apple watches. So they may team up with somebody that's out there. If they do, so they do it with Louis. That would be fire if they did it with Louis.
Oh my God! Save my money right now, now tonight.
But yeah, man, it was that's the tech report. I have to say that I love this show. I love what we do here.
Yeah,
the
sure.
LXG podcast, we got some stuff working. I hope this guy right here has done something that I asked him to do a long time ago. I don't know if he did it, but when he does it, I'm waiting on him for the next move.
This week, I think personally that we could brandish it this week. We could give him a little teaser of what it's going to be this week, and we can possibly, not even possibly, we could make this a thing and bring it into fruition within the next 2 weeks. That's what I believe.
All right, cool. I'm glad you put a timeline on there. I love it. All right, man. This is the LXG podcast. Please tell a friend to tell a friend.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
I know we should have said this in the beginning. A lot of people don't watch it all the way through, but for the people that actually made it here, like and subscribe. It goes a long way. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yes. And shout out to the people who's been telling us that they've been watching and they seen that we didn't do it for the 2 weeks
they missed the last 2 weeks. And moving forward, I just want to say that the 2 week hiatus that we had, we're gonna make it we're gonna do our due diligence so that it doesn't happen anymore. We want to say we may not have a large crowd, but the crowd that we do have right now, we do appreciate you guys.
We do appreciate it.
And we don't want you to feel that we're taking it for granted. So we know that we have to do better. It's surprising to me the amount of people that's been coming up to us and saying, "Hey, what happened to the show?" Or you putting it out late, or why you didn't put it out? And that just lets me know that no matter what, if it's 10 followers or if it's 100,000 followers, that we got to keep it consistent.
Consistent.
Yeah, and moving forward, this was just an eye opener. We apologize to those that are our
Tuned in.
our
Fans.
our fans, our followers that are consistent with us, that look forward to it. And like I said, moving forward, we'll make sure that we have these things ready and readily available for you to watch, listen to, or however you get this to you.
Yeah.
Thank you to the Most High. It's about 14 minutes left until this young man right here birthday is here. So I want everybody to know that this is the birthday edition. And
It's the birthday edition. Okay, I
yeah,
like that.
birthday
Is
edition,
that the
man.
title?
That's it, the birthday edition. And
Yo, and also I want to say in peace
rest
to
in peace,
to
Minaj.
Minaj's
Mother.
mother that passed away.
Yeah, that's our brother.
That's our brother.
Yeah, rest in peace to his mom. And we here for you. Nothing blood couldn't make us closer to you than we already are, bro. And that we here for you. It's Source Life to the day that we die. And yeah, we here for you for sure, 100%.
100%, yo. All right, man. You gonna do your thing? You got to do it, man. It's like, I know it's gonna happen, but it's still corny. It's still fucking corny to me.
This is it right here.
We look so old like this. Yo.
It is what it is, man. Trust me, this is what it is.
LXG.